Anyway, I know. Well, the last time I was here, I did a set, which when I got done with it, I was so proud of it. I just thought, I walked off the stage and I thought to myself, it wasn't funny, it was sweet, you know? And the next day, people out there, how was your set? I'm like, you know what? It was very good. It wasn't funny, it was sweet, you know? And I kind of lived with that for a week, you know, because it was like, you know, it was, I talked about, you know, I sang a song about Jesus, you know, I confessed to having kind of a creepily intimate relationship with my mother, you know, I didn't cry, but like my eyes got moist at the ends, and my throat got that crackly thing that I sometimes get when I'm very emotional, and I just felt so good about it for like the next week. And then I sat down to the video because I had somebody take the video and I was gonna post it on YouTube because it wasn't funny, but it was sweet, you know. And 7 minutes later, I thought to myself, what the fuck is fucking wrong with that fucking loser? That fucking loser being me, in case you didn't quite figure that out. And it was just like, oh my God, it was horrible. What I thought was you know, poignant and melancholy was just gross and pathetic, you know? And I was like, I know, it was very bad, you know? And I made a promise to myself that the next time I'm on the stage at the M-Bar, there will be no moral to the story. There will be no singing, especially about Jesus. And there will be no wrapping it up neatly and putting a bow on it. And I was like, I didn't know what I was gonna do because like that's my signature, like. But I was like, no. And I was like, no, I'm gonna do something different. And then I didn't know what I was gonna do. But sometimes when you don't know what you're gonna do, God or whatever deity you believe in sends you a gift. And in this case, he sent me a gift in the form of my friend Barbara, friend and co-worker Barbara, who came in to work on Monday with an article from a magazine. It's from a magazine called American Family Magazine. I think some of you know what I'm going to talk about. It's a regular column by a woman named Lori McDermott. Does anybody know her? Okay, well, you're not going to like her after this, okay? It's called CEO of the House. And this article's, because you know what? She's a wife, she's a mother, she's a stand-up comic, and she's a writer. Put it all together, that makes her CEO of the house, okay? And this article's called Save Money, Eat Out. You guys have any idea where I'm going with this? A little bit? Yeah? Yeah. Okay, most of the stuff was really innocuous stuff like order soda, or no, don't order soda, order water, you know, make your kids share, drag your kids to a bar for happy hour, take them to IHOP for Kids Eat Free on Tuesday, don't let them order dessert, and then she came to this, title being tipping. Okay. The only place they like to tip here, the only place they like to tip like they do here in America is here in America. People get crazy about 18 to 20% tips. This is okay with me if a server went above and beyond their duties. I tip 15% each and every time, except if they are awful or have ignored my request for water so much that my child had to go to the bathroom to drink from the tap. Now, some of you might be listening to that thinking, okay, 15%, that's not a big deal. But what I heard when I read that was, I'm a fucking bitch. And that I hate gay people. I don't know. It's just, I don't know. Anyway, so that's when I took it into my own hands to write CEO Lori an email. Yeah. Subject, I read your article about dining out in Los Angeles. Well, first of all, do we have some waiters or restaurant people in the house? It's a really easy job, right? No, it's not. It's really hard. Okay. That being said, I read your article about dining out in Los Angeles Family Magazine. This will not come as a surprise to you, but I have worked in the restaurant industry for the last 20 years. Your stance on tipping is archaic and offensive.
Yeah.
If you want to receive good service on a regular basis, you really need to tip 20%. Period. And do not give it grudgingly. And if your kids throw sugar packets on the floor and break the restaurant crayons, you have to leave more. I would think you know this, but that tip you leave is always split and parceled out to several different people. Busboys, runners, bartenders, hosts. The restaurant does not pay the staff a living wage. If it did, your restaurant bills would be even more expensive. Dining out on a budget in this economy is a great idea, but I think you missed the point when you say you can come out ahead by skimping on the tip. Do you have friends who work in the restaurant industry? Do you brag to them that you only leave 15% or less? I don't know how much Los Angeles Family Magazine pays you to write your column. Should I write them asking them to lower your rate? Would you like that? Well, I won't. Because something I understand is that people need to be compensated for the work they do. You have a family to provide for, just like the waiters, busboys, bartenders, etc., who bring your extra bread, laugh at your dumb jokes, attend to your food allergies, and refill your water glasses, even though the person sitting next to you ordered a $40 bottle of wine. These really are troubling times, and I work with a lot of people who are very scared. I hope the next time you eat out, you remember the person serving you is a person with the same bills, responsibilities, needs, and hopes as you. Ray Barnhart, sent for my iPhone. And, you know, when I was writing, I was like, these are the words of a crazy person. And then I showed it to everybody I work with, and they, you know, like we were like, everybody was high-fiving me and like, great job, Ray, you know, because waiters can get behind an email like this. And then I was like, well, you know, maybe I'll work this into my act a little. So then I thought, since CEO Lori is a stand-up comic herself, I might, and she didn't write me back, I might send her another email. And this is what I sent her yesterday. Subject, remember me? I just wanted to check in about that email I sent you a few days ago. I showed what I wrote to some of my coworkers, and they all agreed it was an excellent letter. I thought I might try to get your opinion on it. Consider yourself warned, though. I myself do a little stand-up comedy, and what you say just might work its way into my act. Ha ha. No, seriously. Sincerely, Ray Barnhart. And that was yesterday, and today I was like working on myself. I was like, I still don't have an ending for my set. So I thought I would try one more time. I said this an hour ago. Me again. Hi, Lori. I hope my emails haven't been too annoying. Sorry to bother you again. But I've been working on my set tonight, and I still don't have an ending. I'm talking about tipping, and I would love your input. The reason I don't have an ending is because I'm trying to do something a little different. I always wrap my sets up neatly and put a bow on it. It's kind of my signature. But tonight I'm unleashing the angry guy, or the angry gay, as some might say. Okay, overshare, I admit. Anyway, that being said, I would really love your feedback. I'll have my iPhone with me, checking my emails before I go on. Thanks in advance, Ray Barnhart. And just checking. Nothing from CEO Lori. But I do have a moral to this story, and it's this. Leave a fucking 20% tip.
Yeah.
My name is Ray Barnhart.